unless I misunderstood, and I know that we've had situations where we weren't necessarily a lot of conversation after.
Yeah. Good. Okay, just resuming the conversation, the meeting, item number 2 on the agenda to discuss and act on the 2022 legislative agenda, affordable housing. I know, unfortunately, I don't think we can talk about all the items because I know, Keith, you had a list. There was a couple that Mark had, but I don't know that we can cover those.
I guess my point is, for the last 3 meetings, maybe 4, we've had an item that says discuss and act on the 2022 legislative agenda, and then it'll list 2 issues.
Right.
Or in this case, it'll list 1 issue. Obviously, we're all on board the idea of doing a resolution and incorporating the housing board's piece of legislation. But we've never had an agenda item where we're sitting and saying, these are the things we want, which I think we should do in conjunction with the folks we've just retained. It's just not, like many things on our agendas over the last year, it's not an efficient way to do this. And what ends up doing is sliding back on something that we ought to be on top of. And I find it, as you can tell, sort of frustrating. So I would say for our meeting next week, let's have a brain dump in one conversation about what everybody's thinking about, and then we can refine them with the lobbyists and come back quickly with an agenda. That would be my suggestion, because I don't remember what everybody said over the course of the last 3 or 4 meetings.
Thoughts?
We're talking broadly.
Yeah.
We're talking just
Yeah.
housing.
No, broadly, more broadly.
No, I don't know. Yeah, I've been keeping a running list of these items. I can, these will share that with you.
That'd be great.
We've passed a couple off, didn't we?
We've
That's the
talked about
LVs.
Well, housekeeping ones, yeah. I don't want those short.
Well, there's a Class C liquor.
No, we've done.
We have.
Yeah.
We talked about it. I don't know what we did.
We're waiting for a resolution to come forward to the council to send it forward.
So just to make sure we're staying,
That's my
I'm trying to be honest to the agenda and to the rule. I think we should have a meeting where we talk about all of the legislative items and leave it blank, like no more dots and commas. And then just say, wasn't this killed or is it killed? Tonight, I think we can really only talk about affordable housing based on the way this is said. So let's try and do that legislative meeting upcoming soon. But I think from an affordable housing point of view, and I know it's frustrating, Keith, I'm with you. From an affordable housing point of view, we talked about the resolution. Is there anything else at this second that we're going to talk about?
What we now have is a letter that's 3 years old, or a resolution that's 3 years old. So you're going to get back to us?
No, I gave you the resolution just to remind you.
We're gonna update
it.
So you'll update us.
So you guys need to develop a resolution. I gave you a copy of the letter.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
gave you a copy of the letter.
Thank you.
And I showed it to you guys. So that was one issue. The other legislative issue goes back to that tax that became effective January 2022. I believe Millie is at 2 point something extra.
That goes to,
Rhode Island Housing. So I think it's, a dead end to get the lobbyists trying to get that money directly back to Block Island. But that's something to ask for, but I don't know that you'll get anywhere with it. But apart from that, what I would like the town to do is keep track of that number, so that we at least can quantify how much money is being directed to that fund, and it may give us some leverage with our lobbyists, with Rhode Island Housing to get some of those dollars back. But without quantifying it.
What's, I'm sorry for being probably the outlier. What's the vehicle that we can do that? Or how does that work within either finance or the clerk's office? So,
Yeah, it's actually rather simple. We do reporting, monthly reporting, and the new monthly reporting format does break out that additional, it's an addition, any property over 800,000 or sale over $800,000.
right,
They were basically charging a double tax and would break that out into a separate column.
right. The descriptor was really, I mean, it gets pretty complicated in overall, but the math, it's an easy formula.
Yes, it's a.
So right now, theoretically, right now, we are already tracking how much,
We are required to track and to report that at the end of every month.
And just,
And to pay, and then pay.
and I may be being wrong-headed, but I believe the percentage is just under 3%.
It's $2.30 per $500.
Per $500.
Yeah, so,
You know, I'm,
yeah, so $4.06 on the thousand.
so that adds up.
and so while we report it, then I think Cindy's comment is really good. Let's keep a running tab of that, just so at the end of the year, we can go to whomever our senator is, or Blake, or everybody, and say, hey, it was 400, 800, $1 million. How do we
get some.
How do we get that? How do we be fair? How do we be fair? It's a great point.
No, that's very, that's.
Okay. Other comments? Rosemary? No? Steve? No, I did. Keith? Good?
Thank you, Cindy.
Martha? You fabulous too?
Fabulous.
Oh, no. I'm extraordinary, great. Marianne, anything else we should, on affordable housing? Yeah.
I'm sorry, what?
For the census?
Median price, I think last year was 1.2.
I think it's not for sure, but I think we were down under one maybe 4 years ago, and we've gone up to 1.2,
I'm pretty sure. I did the,
Yeah.
This is 965, and this is 2019.
yeah, so it's gone up to 1.2 or 1.4.
I'm sorry.
It's gone up between 1.2 and 1.4, I think at this
Oh,
point.
wow. Wow, that's a big.
Rosemary, Cindy, or maybe even Steve, when does that supplement come out in the newspaper of the year-end transactions? There's some kind of idea.
soon, I think pretty soon, in the next month or so, I believe.
That'll speak
I mean, we
volumes.
can give you a report anytime,
You can get that off the land trust, off the website.
or we can do it from MLS,
You can get it off out in the last.
yeah. I mean, that's, if you want it.
Okay,
Well, we should get the hard number
Yeah.
of the median price, but
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's 1.2.
Yeah.
can you get that to, could the housing board get that to Marianne, did the town manager, excuse me?
That tells you land trust money too, so
Yeah.
it's important.
Alrighty?
Yeah.
I make a motion to adjourn finally, again. Sorry. Oh, now it's been seconded. Keith, how do you vote? Martha?
Aye.
Mark? I vote in the same, so thank you all very much. You didn't have an official meeting, right? You don't have to close your meeting.
No.
Good, good.
We were at your meeting.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody who watched, should you be on.